Welcome to H&HN Daily. I'm Senior Editor Bob Kehoe, here with Rich Bajner, Managing Director of Navigant's healthcare business. Welcome, Rich.
Thank you.
Just wanted to ask about MACRA today, and where do you see hospitals today in terms of where they're at in educating physicians on the various nuances of MACRA?
Great. I think MACRA, as a piece of legislation and as a program that our provider clients are responding to, there's a wide discrepancy between level of readiness and understanding of MACRA, and specifically around the degree of detail in which our provider clients understand some of the components and potential impacts of MACRA. For most of our clients, large health systems are pretty advanced in at least beginning to think about MACRA and planning for what it could mean to them, and plotting out a strategy by which they decide whether to stay in the MIPS track or be more proactive in thinking about the APM track and doing a cost benefit analysis around potential benefits and the risk that they would take on by assuming greater degree of financial risk under APM. Within their markets, independent physicians understand that there's increased risk that they will be taking on as part of MACRA, but the degree of knowledge and certainty around what that means to them and how to quantify the risk is really uncertain to them, and they don't have a really good way of thinking through that. As such, most of our clients, our health system clients, see this as an opportunity to create a value proposition to improve alignment with these independent physicians and the physician groups by being a good shelter to independent physicians. That being said, larger physician groups that are more proactive in their markets and have a pretty competitive position in their markets, a more robust infrastructure and more robust capabilities, are being proactive in thinking that they can really move market and move market share related to MACRA, and that this could be a benefit to them.
As far as the physician side of this equation, obviously a lot of complexity to this subject, both in terms of understanding the quality numbers and potential financial impact of this. So how do you see them adapting?
Well, I think that our clients are attempting to piece together pieces of information in order to predict or project how they will perform, and that they're not all that confident in that piecing together information from a QR/UR report or Medicare ACO or any of their meaningful use indicators is a good predictor of how they're going to perform in MACRA, specifically because MACRA is a zero-sum game. There's winners and there's losers, but at the end of the day, it's a zero-sum game. So how that'll get calibrated by CMS is uncertain to them.
Great, thanks, Rich. For H&HN Daily, I'm Senior Editor Bob Kehoe.